Hey, this is Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in Origins First Builders, which is a dice worker placement game with some feel-good moments involving which dice you choose to place and where you place them. So over the course of the game, you're going to have dice of various colors. You are not a specific color of dice, rather you are a specific color associated with this little plastic piece that goes on the bottom of the dice. And one of the core places you can place dice in the game are these actions here. I don't have a great photo of it, but there are two basic actions associated with this dial and this action space, and also a specific benefit that is tied to this specific color. The only requirement for even placing a die here is that the number on the die must be equal to or greater than the number currently shown on this dial, which is a little flaw in the production, I'd say, because it's really hard to see the numbers that are on this dial. You can kind of see it if you look really closely here. There's a 5, but the number must be equal to or greater than. Beyond that, you can place any die here that you want, even if it doesn't match the color, and even if there are other dice here. And you'll gain one of the two benefits over here. However, if the color of the die matches this wheel and thus also matching this token right here, you gain that benefit in addition to one of these benefits. And on top of that, if your die happens to show the number 6 and it is the same color, you get all 3 benefits, or you can gain all 3 benefits. If it's a 6 and it doesn't match the same color, I believe you just get both of the basic benefits. So I don't know, it's a really, really neat system. It feels good to pair up the colors. In fact, we often paired up the colors, but you have the flexibility of not pairing up the colors if you don't want to. It reminded me a lot of Underwater Cities, where you can play a card if you really want the benefits on that card, but if the colors on that card match where you are playing it, or where you're placing your worker on the board, then you get an additional benefit on that card. It feels really good. I also think the game is a neat reminder that octagons are neat to use in games instead of just hexes, because octagons, when placed together in a tableau or a map, have little squares between them where you can place other stuff. In this case, the game asks you to occasionally place dice in between these octagons to gain a special benefit, but you can really place anything there. But I like that they leave this hole open for you to do creative stuff with. So just a good reminder to myself as a designer, and maybe you as well, that hexes or squares aren't always the best default for a tile placement game, that sometimes octagons can do some pretty cool stuff too. I believe, what's the game from, there's another game that uses these in a map format. I'm thinking it's like a kind of a Mad Max style game. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but it's from Pandasaurus, and it uses these on a map. And it would be neat to see octagons used in more games as well. So if you have a favorite game that uses octagons, let me know in the comments below. Or a favorite game like Origins First Builders or Underwater Cities that uses a color matching system, but you are not required to place a dice or a card of that color. You'll still get a benefit. Let me know that in the comments below as well. Those are my thoughts on Origins First Builders. Thanks.